Clayton, and I'm going to be presenting digital imagery and photography. Digital imagery and photography is a phenomenon that has grown in our society through the years. And it used to be where people would take pictures to capture their memories, but now it's more of a phenomenon that has gone to sharing our lives with the world. And so we capture our lives through the lens of a compact digital still camera and through our mobile phones. And with that, we, instead of capturing pictures just for memories, we capture those pictures to share with the world. And so now we're going to go into some fun facts about digital imagery and photography. And so we'll start with the Generation Y, which is the 18 to 32-year-olds. And this is the generation that has used digital photography the most. They're the ones who are uploading to Facebook, uploading pictures and using these pictures to share with the world and capturing these images, as well as manipulating these images to make them look better. So we'll go into the fun facts. So 60 photos were uploaded per second on Instagram. 4.5 million uploaded per day on Flickr, and 100 billion photos were posted by mid-2011 onto Facebook. And so now we'll take a look at the background of where photography started. And so we'll go all the way back to 1826 when the first photograph was taken by Joseph Niepce. And Joseph Niepce took this picture outside of his house using an 8-hour exposure of sunlight onto bitumen of Judea, which is a type of asphalt, and he coined this heliography. And so next we'll go into some more background. And in 1906, a San Francisco earthquake photo was taken, and it was said to be altered as much as 30% according to forensic image analyst George Reed. And so next, through the years, Niepce's 8-hour exposure went to 1/500th of a second or less through the cameras. And so we see where it went from 8 hours to take a picture to just 1/150th of a second to take a picture. And that shows you how far cameras have developed. So then, 1975, companies started to producing the digital cameras, and Kodak produced the prototype of a digital camera. And then in 1990, the first compact digital still camera was produced by Dicam, and they called it Dicam. And then in 1994, Apple released the QuickTake 100, which is the first mass-market color compact digital still camera, and it sold for about $795. And so these are just some pictures of the QuickTake 100, and this is the Mavka, which is what Sony introduced. And then so we'll go into a little bit of how it works, of how the compact digital still camera works. And so first, the lens and the shutter will allow light into the camera based on the aperture and the exposure time. And then that light reacts with an image sensor causing an electric charge. And then the size of the sensor and the number of picture elements, which are also known as pixels, found on it determine the resolution or quality of the captured image. And the megapixels are the number of thousands of pixels for any given sensor. And the common size for a sensor is about 18 by 13.5 millimeters, and this is also known as the 4/3 system. And so the pixel, which is also known in digital photography as a photosite, can only record light shades of gray. And so to get the colors, each photosite is covered with a series of red, green, and blue filters. And then each filter lets certain wavelengths of light pass through, and according to the color of the filter, blocking the rest of the colors. And based on the mathematical process, each pixel is assigned a certain color. And then done for millions of pixels, because it's done for millions of pixels at one time, it requires a great deal of the computer processing. And so, because this process has developed through the years and they've been able to improve it and make it better, this process can occur in a short period of time. And so now we'll go ahead and go to the recent developments. You can go ahead and change the slide. And then the recent developments, there is the interchangeable lens compacts, also known as ILCs. And this is a form of a less bulky compared to digital single lens reflex cameras, also known as DSLR. So it's a little bit smaller, a little bit easier to take pictures and transport. And then also with the digital image resolution, it does continue to improve. But Instagram does prove that nostalgia overpowers high-end digital resolution, and then the smartphone images increases at this time as well. According to a study in 2011, it found that image taking with the smartphone increased 10% to 27% of the total number of images captured with all devices, while the usage of other cameras dropped 8%. So that shows you that through the years, people are taking photos to show their friends, to post on Instagram. So if they want a quick upload to be able to say, hey, this is what I'm doing, they don't want to take a picture with high resolution and high quality. So more people are interested in sharing that picture on social media than the actual quality of that picture. And then also with iPhone, the SLR lens is now able to be used on iPhone. And then in 2012, the first Lytro was available camera, and this allows a user to take a picture without worrying about how to focus a picture. And then also with the memory cards, that's another recent development with the memory cards, that they have been built to hold more, up to hundreds of storage space, and also easy to transfer files. And so now we'll go ahead and take a look at the different software that is used to manipulate these images. And so first we'll go ahead and look at the Phase 1 and Photoshop. Both of these are professional photo editing software, and pictures can be uploaded to these software and then manipulated in the way that someone wants it. So if there's a pretty sunset and they want the colors to be brightened and they want the brightness and the contrast to be more in-depth and more visible, they'll use this software to be able to change the way the picture actually looks. And then on mobile devices such as the tablet, iCloud, Instagram, and Google, with these, an individual is able to upload a picture on the go and immediately post to a social media site, which is very attractive in today's society. One can use, for example, for iCloud, someone can upload a picture to their iPhone, to their iPad, and then to their Mac, and then it will all be on all of those devices with iCloud. And then with Instagram, someone can be at an amusement park, take a picture of themselves, take a selfie of themselves, and upload to Instagram directly, which is, like I said, very attractive and is what people want to do these days. So that definitely helps with digital imagery. And then with Google+, individuals can also share their information on Google+. And then the digital image file formats, we have RAW, JPEG, and DNEG, and these have, starting with RAW, which is going to be the native form of the digital formatting. It just, as it progresses, it just gets better throughout the year. And DNG was developed by Adobe in 2004. And then now we'll go ahead and take a look at the current status of digital imagery and where it's at with the digital still cameras. And so the DSCs and smartphones lead a lot of the image capturing. And over 400 billion images were taken in 2011, with 100 billion of those were in the US alone. And then images are more often shared on screen than on prints. And with this, it kind of shows you that, showed by the fact that the number of images captured, as the number of images that are captured, they increase, then the number of those printed decrease. So less and less people are going to the store to go print those pictures out because they can just upload them and do exactly what they want to do, which is show all their friends and their family. And then more photos are being taken from camera phones. And photos are being taken from camera phones, which, like I said before, is kind of decreasing the resolution of these photos. So over the years, people are using less and less of the actual very good cameras, and they're using more of the smartphone just for that quick upload. And so now we'll go ahead and go to my interactive question. And I really thought about this question, and when I was researching and reading this chapter, I kind of thought about, what do I use most to post my images? And I use Instagram a lot, I use Facebook. I have a camera, but I don't really use it a lot anymore, just because I don't like carrying it around all the time. With my phone, my iPhone, I can just take a picture, show my friends, and then, of course, on Instagram do filters, and the picture still looks great. Although the image quality isn't the best, it still looks great, and it still serves a purpose, and so I don't necessarily get those pictures printed anymore either. But I am interested to see what device you use most to take pictures, and why do you take those pictures. I think that just through society and the way it is going, I personally think that it's going more from you know, actually taking those memories instead of just taking a picture for a memory, just taking pictures just to show everybody what you're doing and to show the world your life. So I hope that you learned a lot, and I look forward to reading your answers. Thank you so much, and have a great day.